In this video, we are going to concentrate on problems involving a laptop's display. The first symptom we are going to look at is a black display. A black display can be caused by an inverter going out, a graphics card going out, a backlight failing, or the computer not booting up. First, let's eliminate the graphics card in the system as a possible cause. We can test the graphics card in a pretty easy way. Hook up a monitor to the laptop's video out. You may need to press a function key with the external graphics key. You usually press the function key plus an additional one to switch between the screen and the external monitor. It should be labeled on the keyboard with a small icon. If you turn the laptop on with the monitor hooked up, it should default to it. If the screen displays something, then you know the graphics card is good. If it does not, then we need to make sure the system itself is booting. When you power the machine up, you can press the caps lock or numlock key and you should be able to see their LED lights turn on. If not, the machine may not be booting up. If this is happening, you are having a system issue and should watch the system diagnostic video. If the system displays something on the external monitor, but not on the screen itself, we need to take a look at what kind of issues the screen may be having. Most likely, the inverter is bad, and we can test that. Go into a bright room or get a flashlight. When you turn on the machine without an external monitor connected, can you see a faint image of what you would normally be seeing? If you can, this means that the backlight is not on. The backlight itself could be bad, or just the inverter, which converts power to the backlight. The inverter is the easier of the two possible causes to fix. Order a new inverter and replace it. If the screen is still black, the backlight may have failed. Backlights are replaceable, but it is a highly complicated procedure, and for the most part, it is easier just to replace the screen. A new screen will only be a little bit more expensive than just the backlight, but a lot easier to replace. The only time I would advise fixing the backlight is if you have an expensive screen, like a Dell UltraSharp, where the screen replacement could be several $100s. If the screen is an off color, such as red, or perhaps it blinks in and out as you go, it can also be the inverter or the backlight. As previously advised, try replacing the inverter first. If your screen is cracked, it will be pretty obvious. Spider cracks will be spreading from the point of impact, and the fluid may be leaking out around the cracks, making it impossible to view the display in those areas. This problem requires a full screen replacement. If the screen has lines or sections of the screen that are dark, and it isn't the result of a crack, you most likely have a problem with the cable. Take the machine apart and press down on the LVDS cable that connects the screen to the motherboard. You may also need to push the cable, which is on the back of the LCD screen, into its connector, for it may have come loose. This cable can also fail. This symptom could also be caused by the video card, but if it is, the dark lines or sections should also show up on the external monitor as well.